Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since I posted here on this channel. Been busy with the house renovations. Finished a $12,000 house, and now I'm posting on the brick ranch that you've seen. That's actually across the road from where I'm at now. If you follow those videos, I kind of look across the road and say that's family land. Well, I'm standing on it. This is where my dad and I, and potentially some other people may help, but mainly me and my dad, are going to build a log cabin. It's going to be to replace the one that my grandmother grew up in, so we're going to kind of model after that one. All the logs are back there in the background, and then I've been doing these platforms here. All those logs are going to get moved up onto these platforms, get them up off the ground. Then we're going to make sure all this grass stays cut down, and so that's to make sure they're drying. All the logs have already been skint. The cabin's be 22 by 22 feet, hewn on the sides. The top's left round, so the walls will be 6 inches thick, and it's kind of a unique way of notching the corners is the way the cabin was done. So we're going to try to kind of match what it used to look like, and it just sat right back in here. So we're here today just making a few more of these platforms. Got to get my chainsaw kind of going, sharpen the chain, adjust some stuff. So I'm just having fun taking a break from my normal junk, which I've been going at pretty hard for a while now. So needed a couple days to fool around doing something enjoyable. going to have a little wind. Apologize if that's messing up the microphone, but I want to show you the final result of getting all the logs stacked. And it is starting to rain, so I need to hurry. All of them are up on these decks. Had to make a couple decks while he was stacking. We were running out of space. What we're doing is all the logs are being stacked up on these higher platforms to where they dry faster and just will dry at all and don't get rotten on the bottom or have any issues occur. They were just stacked on these logs laying directly on the ground, then the big ones across them. And then once they were peeled, the bark was under them, and basically they were on the ground at that point. But it is looking like some serious building materials now. There's the tin. Had to move that up here. It's starting to rain pretty good now. And the rain brings up a question. Are the logs going to be okay getting rained on? Doesn't hurt anything at all. The real moisture that you're trying to get rid of is in the inside of the log. So when it rains, the logs will get wet on the outside, but then that dries off. That's just water on the surface. That's not that big of a deal. With this much airflow above and below the logs, they will start drying much better. One of the logs did get broken, and we were able to see how much moisture was inside the logs, and it was quite a bit. I was surprised how wet the inside of that log was after almost 2 years. But I think that was totally due to the fact that you can see that's half of the log that broke, and then that little log leaning against it is one of the logs that was down on the ground that all of them were sitting on. So they were only probably 6 inches off the ground to start with, and then you have to think about all that bark being peeled, being built up under them, then stuff growing. There was no airflow going on. They were not touching the ground, but they were basically sitting on the ground as far as airflow goes. So these logs are now, the lowest logs are about knee height off the ground, and then the highest logs are up near like the bottom of my ribs. And so we'll hew these logs directly on these stacks. As you can see, it's starting to get a little stormy. Standing under a tree right now, avoiding getting rained on big time. But I need to get back in my truck. I'm going way down there in the bottom where I store some slabs of wood, and I'm going to try to deal with some of that. So hopefully this is just a quick passing hurricane. Oh boy.
Well, that brings this video to an end, and while I haven't posted any videos in a while, I have been filming some different stuff of furniture projects. But let me know if you like videos like this where I just sort of show some of the in-between work and talk a little bit about what's going on. Be sure to check out the links as well and my other YouTube channel, Homemade Home. Thanks for watching.